Hey there, it's Sinai Floyd here, business breakthrough coach and sales mentor. Happy 1st of September. Now, I don't know about you, but September always for me has an air of new beginnings and fresh starts. And I guess it's sort of been ingrained into us with the start of, the new academic year. That time when we've got our new uniforms, new shoes, clean socks, new stationery. I love new stationery, and of course all of those opportunities for learning. Now, I'm actually starting a new course mid-September. I've discovered a passion for acting and performing arts, so I'm back to school myself in a couple of weeks. I'm really, really excited about that, but that's a whole other topic. What I really want to talk to you about today is showing up. Getting visible on behalf of your business, on behalf of your ideal clients who are waiting for you to show up, and of course on behalf of your growth. Now, September is a perfect time for you to elevate your visibility, to really, put your big brave pants on, to show up, to share your message, to promote your services, and really put yourself out there. And your ideal clients, no matter what your niche, right now in September, more than any other times of the year, they are looking for solutions to their challenges. The holiday season's over, that their excuses of I don't have time, the kids I've got, I'm trying to balance everything, all those excuses are no longer viable, and they're actually ready to make changes. So this really represents an opportunity for you to shine. And in fact, in my group coaching program, the Build Like a Boss Academy, I've set my clients a challenge, a September visibility challenge, where I'll be holding them accountable to show up really large and in charge consistently, like daily throughout September. And so today I want to invite you to do the same. Now, I know that showing up, being visible, especially doing videos and live streamings, can bring up all sorts of fears, anxieties, limiting beliefs, kind of triggers all your insecurities. And I know that because being visible was one of my biggest fears. It was like the biggest thing, my biggest challenge that I had to overcome when I started my business. But I had to do it. I had to push through because I knew that if I didn't, I'd be back in my 9 to 5, I would be miserable as sin, and I'd always feel that bitter disappointment in myself for not doing this. So there are ways you can push through. So today I just want to share with you kind of a handful of the mindset shifts that really helped me during those difficult times. Just some simple kind of shifts in the way you think, some perception shifts, and that might just help you if you find that you are getting in your own way. So the first thing I would say to you, really importantly, is that you've got to flex this muscle of focus, to flex your focus. Because if you are not showing up and you feel the fears, you feel all the triggers in your body, and it's distinctly uncomfortable, is because you are pouring all of your energy, all of your focus, and all of your attention into the pain of showing up, all the fears of that might happen if and when you show up. So, you think about the two driving forces of human behavior as pain and pleasure. So if you are not taking action, if you are stalling, if you're not showing up, hit and go live, then it's because all of your attention, all of your focus is on the pain of showing up, like what could go wrong. So instead, you've got to really shift this and pour all of your energy and attention into what could go right. Like when you start showing up, what is all the good stuff that can start to happen as and when you do? The clients, the money flowing in, the feeling of satisfaction, living into your purpose as your business grows, the freedom you'll have, the flexibility to do the things you want to do, doing stuff you love with your family, all of that good stuff, all of that pleasure pleasure that will come when you start showing up, when you put yourself out there. Another way you can kind of shift this is also by focusing, doing an exercise on focusing on the pain of not showing up. You know, how will you feel in 6 months' time if you still haven't gotten out of your own way and pushed past the fear and shown up? In 6 months' time, how will you feel? Where will your business be? Where will you be? Will you be back in a job because you didn't manage to push past the fear and so you needed to go get a job to make the money? You know, focus some of your attention on the pain of not doing it, and then shift the focus onto all the benefits, all the pleasures, all the fun of when you actually do start doing it. And that shift in focus will really shift something in your brain to support you to show up. The second thing I want to say is kind of aligned with detaching from the outcome, but it's really about taking the emotion out of the activity. So I know easier said than done, but if you can somehow just say, I'm just going to take the emotion out of this. I'm just going to, write down the topics I want to talk about. I'm going to create my notes, and then I'm just going to hit record. I'm just going to show up. And it's not about being the best or being perfect. It's just about getting it done. And one of my mentors says, and for some reason this really kind of resonated with me, and it did actually make a difference, rightly or wrongly, but he says, when you're in business and you're doing videos, you're just a performing monkey. And I was like, somehow that really helped me. I was just like, yeah, okay, so I can take the emotion out of it. I'm just a performing monkey. I can do that. So yeah, that's one of the things that I heard from a mentor of mine that I just thought, okay, I can buy that. The third thing I want to say is that this is like flexing a muscle. So the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And it's like going to the gym, the more you do it, the stronger you get, the easier it becomes. And so if you can practice a few times, like even just create some videos that you don't intend to share, but you're just seeing yourself on camera, you're practicing, practicing the mirror, but just start to flex that muscle. Give your subconscious the sort of the belief that you are doing it, because remember, your subconscious doesn't know what is real and what is imagined. So as you're practicing, you can also visualize seeing yourself having a great time, smiling on camera, being really articulate, having a good time, getting some engagement, seeing clients coming in saying, hey, I loved your live stream, it really resonated with me, how can I work with you? So if you start to visualize that, then you start to create that confidence that, this is happening, I'm actually doing it. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you is something that I read. It was a book by Seth Godin. I can't remember the name of the book off the top of my head, but he was talking about Steve Jobs, and he shared a story about Steve Jobs, that apparently Steve Jobs had this mantra of just shipping your work. So he talked about, at your desk, you create a piece of work and then you ship it, like you put it out there and you let it go. You create, you ship, you let it go. And as you let go, you come back to your desk and you start again. You create, you ship it, you let it go, come back, create, ship it, let it go. And the more you do that, again, it's like flexing that muscle, but also you don't know which one of those pieces of content that you're putting out there, which message, which promo post, which video will just be found by the person that really needs to hear that day, and just ignites that spark in them to actually reach out and want to hire you. So that's the first thing. You've got more opportunities because the more stuff you're putting out there. The second thing is that you're building a bank of content that is out there on social media or out there in blog form on your website, and as a result, you're building credibility, you're positioning your expertise more and more, you're building know, like, and trust. And then the third thing, it gets easier and easier for you as moving into the future, as you have more and more content that you can repurpose. So just create, ship it, let it go and come back. And also what that does is it stops you from consistently kind of, hitting the refresh button and seeing, oh, what engagement have I got? You didn't come into your business for the likes and comments. You didn't start your business to see how much engagement you can get. You came here to share your message, to powerfully serve people, to help people with transformation, and to really live into your purpose. So just remember, that's the reason. You didn't come here for likes and comments. It's about who comes in the side door and books a call with you, who privately DMs you saying thank you for that message today, it made all the difference to me. So that's what's important. And then the final thing I just want to say is just remember that this is a long game. You'll never be done when you're in business. This is like your job now. This is your job, to show up every single day, share your message, create your content. But the thing is, when you are totally aligned with your passion and you are completely in sync with, what it is you're here to do, who it is you're here to do it for, your purpose, your sense of purpose, then you'll never feel like you're doing a day's work again. It will just feel easeful and effortless and flowing. And that's when the fruits of your labours, so to speak, will take care of themselves. So I hope you find this helpful. Have an amazing, fruitful September, and I will look forward to speaking to you again soon.